Hello and welcome back to the channel. See what we've got going on at the moment. The Mighty White, she has done the NEC. Sadly I didn't take any footage other than a few pictures, simply because I couldn't actually leave the car. No sooner we got set up on the Thursday, we went for breakfast and went home. However, on the Friday, gets there, and no sooner I'd sat down, wanted to go for the walk and go and have a look at the show, I was approached, people asking questions about the Mighty White, and that's pretty much how it went all weekend. I mean, considering we had I'll put the photos up. I'll get ready to put the photos up. We had a Ferrari, which was a kit car based on a Z3, which was very, very nice indeed. We had a racing MG midget, and we also had a TVR. And at the back of the stand, we had the Mighty White. And a lot of people were just ignoring the other three cars, coming straight to the Mighty White. I mean, the Mighty White has been to the NEC quite a few times, but the interest this year, considering we was in a hall 3A, I think, we was well out the way, right up by the auto jumble and that kind of thing, and the attention that the Mighty White got was astronomical. It really did take my mind off things, because, you know, I had loads of lovely people coming for a chat. So to each and every one of those that come and had a chat and had a sit in the car and all sorts, thanks ever so much. Next job for today is the C''D. We seem to have a brake light out. That's a hefty lamp unit, that, isn't it? So I think, right, we'll pull her forward and see if we can sort that out. This is going to be fun. I hate working on modern stuff. Probably have to, like, take the bumpers off and the wheels and the roof off just to get to the bulb, I suppose. Right, we'll see. Alright, let's get it moved out the way. This has got auto start, not auto start, that stupid button there. Every time I get in it, I think, where do I put the key? And then I find that there isn't actually a key to it. Anyway, there we go. And she wakes up. Not a bad car, actually. Quite impressed with this. Cruise control, aircon, all that. Yeah, 6-speed box, 1.60 diesel, auto lights, auto wipers, auto mirrors that fold in and all that malarkey. Yeah, not a bad motor. It's also got sat nav as well. Yes, I agree to that. Yeah. There you go. It's a bit rudimentary. It's not up to date, because it's like so many years old now. Was it 12, 13 years old, this car? But yeah, there's, you know, tells you the temperature, and it beeps and bongs and stuff like that. You know, climate control. What more do you want? Power steering with, like, obviously that thing that does you can change it to comfort, normal and sporty mode. All it does is just electronically stiffen up the steering. But yeah, it's good. Cruise control, speed limiter, Bluetooth and all that. It's not a bad motor. Right, let's see how we get these bright light bulbs out. This is going to be fun, isn't it? And then it says goodbye to you as well. Yeah, ta-ra. Lovely thing. Right. Snazzy them are, ain't they? Brake lights in the middle there somewhere. Let's see how that comes out. Wow, I think I'm going to need a torch. Yeah. Or do I just unscrew the bloody lamp? I've got a feeling I'll just unscrew the lamp. What do you reckon? Should we unscrew the lamp? Yes. Well, that was easy enough. So it's basically these two screws here. Remove those, and then basically you grip the light as much as you can and slide it directly backwards, and it just fits in on these little things that sit in there, and obviously on that little clip there for the back of the light there, and that's it. Nice and easy, but I will give that a bit of a clean up. I think that looks a mess. And then the bulb just unplugs in the usual way. That one is there for the LED for the side lights. The side lights on these are, well, the tail light should I say, are an LED effort. Brake lights in the middle, and obviously the indicator at the bottom. What is bizarre is that they use a double pole socket with a double pole bulb, which is basically a tail and stop bulb, but only one side of it is connected up, which I find a bit bizarre, but there you go. So yeah, put this back together and slide the light back in. So with the lamp unit basically just slid back, and all you do now is just give it a firm push. That locks it back into place, and replace the two screws, and that's it, done. That was fairly easy. Well done, Kia. I like that. On, off, that'll do. So that's the brake lights sorted on the Kia Ceed. Yeah, nice easy job to do. Can't complain about that at all. So just before the MOT, which is due next year, I have got the steering rack to rebush. There is a bit of a knock on the passenger side. It's been like it since we've bought it. I did replace all the lower track control arms because I thought it was them, but it wasn't. But they needed doing anyway, same as the ball joints. It was one of them, well, they're going to fail at some point, and they were looking a bit tired, so why not just do them. But steering rack is the last thing for me to do on the car, and maybe replace the backup camera because it is a little bit fuzzy, but it's just 2 bolts in there. Unscrew it, unplugs. The only thing I'll probably have to do, looking at eBay, they do come, but they're usually in black or white, so I'll have to paint up the surround. But other than that, what a fantastic car that is. Good on fuel, pretty quick for a diesel. Certainly doesn't hang around, that's for sure. Yeah, I really like that car, I really do. Motoring's best kept secret. I know, you know, the badge snobs, if you like, will say, oh, Kia. Tell you what, absolutely brilliant. Can't fault that car. Right then, on to the Jag. Headlights have always been crap in these. I think it's well documented. They are basically no better than candles or an ever-ready torch. In fact, I'd say an ever-ready torch is probably better. Yeah, so my side lights are a bit crap, so let's just bang them on and we'll show you what's happening with them. Now these are LEDs. They've probably been in a couple of months. That one's working ish, although it is a bit dim compared to what it used to be. The other side decides it wants to be an indicator, so I'm doing away with them and putting bulbs back in. While I'm at it, I'm going to be putting in some new headlight bulbs. Now these are a challenge on these, but they can be done with the headlamp still in position, although for this side I think you have to get the battery box out. Anyway, I'll start with this side first. So just to ease getting in there, it's worth disconnecting the washer pipe work for the headlamp wash behind these things, which that one's broke. Great. Anyway, now you can actually get your hands down there. So the driver's side isn't too much of an issue, although there isn't a lot of room, as you can see. It's a bit of a faff, but yes, you can do this with the headlamp in. Right, let's get in there and get them done. Okay, with that driver's side done, yes, you can get in without taking the headlamp out. As you can see, it's very, very tight. Let's put some lights, I'll try and get some light on the subject there. So your headlamp is where my torch is now. Headlight bulb is there, right up the corner, up there. So you don't have much space to get the back of the headlight out. It's very, very tight in there, but it is doable. That clip is okay, but there's another clip right in the corner there, and it's probably best, and just, I don't know if you can see that, can't quite see it, there it is. That clip is best to be done with a long screwdriver, just to lever it back into position. Put that back one on first, the one you can't get to, because that really is an absolute pig. So once you got that one on, this one here then isn't too bad to get in. So side light bulb is behind there, which is basically just unscrew that. You can just about get in, and then just pull the bulb out from the back of the light. It's a case, if you can't see it, you've got a feel for it. So there's the new bulb in place there, and then it's a case of just feeling for the hole and pushing it back home. So that's that side done. Easy peasy. And obviously I've connected up my washer tube. Right then, this side, take the battery, oh look, a shitty Halfords one, take the battery cover off, and this pipe is just clipped under the slam panel there, it's just clipped in place. Pull that out so you can get in. So the headlight is again up this corner, but you have got some more room to get in. You can actually get in on the back clip, pull the other clip off, and then you can literally just pull the cover out the way there, like so. So let me just get my torch, show you where this one is. So again, it's difficult to actually see, but you can see that brown connector there and the clear one next to it. All you need to do is pull them two off and then get to the bulb. Obviously it's one of them things you're going to have to feel for and work from a very awkward position. So it's just feel for it, pull the clips off, unclip the bulb, and with one hand, don't drop the clip, make sure that stays in, and there you go, one bulb. Right, let's fit a new one. Simples. Just get the torch, managed to do that just by a bit of jiggery pokery, and that's a new bulb in place. So again, one-handed, feel your way through. So pick up the clear connector which goes on the earth, which is on the side of the connector. I think I've got the right one there. Let me have a look. Yes, I have. And then the brown one fits on the end of the bulb. There. Torch again. And you can see there that that is all in position. So now it's just a case of putting on the cover. Nice. And there we go. Another job done. Let's just walk around the back. Make sure we have got tail lights, because there's 3 in each cluster. You got one there, one there, one there, and one of them is also a brake light as well. There. yeah, we got number plate lights, so that's the Jag winterized, I suppose. And that's my jobs for the weekend done. Awesome. Right, the Mighty White. Wow, what can I say about that car? Yep, she's good. I don't really need to touch her. Maybe top the oil up, maybe. That's about it. So she'll be in use over the winter anyway. There's no cause for concern with the Mighty White at all. Absolutely love that car. Right, the Jag. Yeah, the Jag. Obviously having to hop over to Wales quite a few times to sort things out, sort my mum and things like that. That's just been an absolute godsend. Other than coming home at night through the country roads, them headlights were just crap. So new bulbs are in now, and I've just raised the height of them slightly because they were a little bit low, and I found myself on full beam more than anything. So hopefully that'll be okay now for the winter. All the fluids are topped up, screen wash and all that, so she's always ready to go. The fantastic Ceed, what can I say about that car? Absolutely brilliant. MOT's up in end of January, so sometime over the winter I'll be looking to get the steering rack out of that car and rebushed. Now, I've looked on YouTube now, some people have done them with everything in situ and just taking the track rod end off basically and unscrewing it, and maybe, I don't know, it's one I've got to look into. I might not record it, I don't know, because I think that's just probably going to be a disaster to do, but we'll see what happens with that. But other than that, fantastic cars. So that's all from me in this video. Take care of yourselves and each other. See you later.